In the picturesque city of Salisbury, known for its rich history and iconic cathedral, a chilling event took place in 2018 that would shock the world. What began as a mysterious illness would unravel a tangled web of international espionage and political intrigue. This is the story of the Salisbury Poisoning, an incident that thrust this quiet city into the heart of a global diplomatic crisis. On March 4, 2018, former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter, Yulia, were found unconscious on a park bench in Salisbury. At first glance, it seemed like a medical emergency. But within hours, it became clear this was no ordinary medical case. The pair had been poisoned with a deadly nerve agent known as Novichok, a chemical weapon developed by the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Novichok is one of the most potent nerve agents ever created. Just a tiny amount can disrupt the body's nervous system, leading to muscle paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. But who was Sergei Skripal, and why was he a target? A former colonel in Russia's military intelligence agency, Skripal had defected to the UK in the early 2000s after being recruited by British intelligence. For years, he provided the UK with crucial information on Russian spies, making him a valuable asset, but also a marked man in the eyes of Russia. Skripal's betrayal of Russia put him on a collision course with the Kremlin. But the use of a nerve agent on British soil to eliminate him would ignite a diplomatic firestorm. The investigation into the attack was one of the largest and most complex in British history. Traces of Novichok were found in several locations across Salisbury, including the Skripals' home and a restaurant they had visited earlier that day. In the days following the poisoning, British Prime Minister Theresa May directly accused the Russian government of orchestrating the attack. The UK, supported by its allies, expelled dozens of Russian diplomats in response. The UK government identified two Russian nationals, Alexander Petrov and Ruslan Bosharov, as the prime suspects. The men, believed to be operatives of Russia's GRU military intelligence, were caught on CCTV near Skripal's home on the day of the poisoning. The poison was smuggled into the UK in a disguised perfume bottle, which the suspects used to contaminate Skripal's front door. Petrov and Bosharov would later appear on Russian television, claiming they were just tourists visiting Salisbury to see its famous cathedral. But their story was widely dismissed as a poorly executed cover-up. The Salisbury poisoning had far-reaching consequences. An innocent bystander, Dawn Sturgis, died after coming into contact with the discarded perfume bottle months later. The poisoning also strained relations between Russia and the West, leading to sanctions and further diplomatic expulsions. The use of a chemical weapon on foreign soil was seen as a violation of international norms, escalating tensions between Russia and Western powers. The Salisbury poisoning was more than just an assassination attempt. It was a stark reminder of the shadowy world of espionage and the lengths to which some governments will go to silence their enemies. The echoes of this event still reverberate through diplomatic corridors today. As the world continues to grapple with the legacy of this incident, one thing is clear. In the dangerous game of espionage, no place, however peaceful, is beyond the reach of those who seek to settle old scores.